The Premier League transfer market is set to heat up once again, and Liverpool may be on the brink of facing an unexpected twist in their plans. Arne Slot, who took charge of the Reds with the mission of building an even more competitive team, has long dreamed of bringing in a heavyweight to bolster the defence. Marc Guéhi, captain of Crystal Palace and one of the most consistent defenders in English football today. However, it appears that Chelsea intends to go all out in this battle, potentially turning Liverpool's dream into a significant challenge. According to recent reports, Chelsea is preparing a bid to prize Guéhi away from Palace, a move that has surprised many and raised alarm bells at Anfield. It is worth noting that Liverpool had agreed a fee of £35 million with Palace on the final day of the transfer window, including a clause for 10% of any future sale. Everything seemed set for the defender to don the red shirt, but the deal fell through at the last minute as Oliver Glasner's side could not secure a replacement in time. Since then, Guéhi remains a priority target for Slot, who sees him as a key piece in solidifying his defensive line. The catch is that Guéhi's contract with Crystal Palace expires next summer and is unlikely to be renewed, meaning that if he is not sold beforehand, he could leave on a free transfer. It is precisely this scenario that has caught Chelsea's attention, according to journalist Graham Bailey at the Chelsea Chronicle. He claims the Blues are alert and ready to act, knowing that the defender could prove to be a valuable market opportunity. Chelsea are drumming up interest again and keeping a close eye on this situation. They know he's going to leave for free and will put a bid on the table, Bailey stated, hinting at the possibility of the Londoners crossing Liverpool's path. Even though Chelsea may seem like a genuine threat, Liverpool remains in the lead for Guéhi's signature, according to insider Fraser Fletcher of Team Talk. There is also a detail in the Reds' favour. The player himself wants to join Anfield. This personal desire could be the trump card Arne Slot needs to persuade the board to act boldly rather than wait until the summer. Some even suggest that a low and strategic offer in January could be the ideal move to secure the defender early while simultaneously keeping Chelsea and other potential competitors at bay. Chelsea, meanwhile, despite having Guéhi's history in their academy and holding great admiration for the player, still appears to be in an evaluation phase. According to correspondent Dean Jones, sources close to the club have downplayed rumours of an immediate move, stating that for now there are no concrete plans to pursue him in January. Manager Enzo Maresca is reportedly reviewing his defensive options ahead of the second half of the season, and although new signings are not ruled out, Guéhi is not currently at the top of the list. Nonetheless, the scenario could change drastically if Liverpool delays too long to act. All of this creates a fascinating and tension-filled storyline. On one side, a rejuvenated Liverpool under Arne Slot, determined to cement a solid and competitive defence. On the other, a Chelsea that could re-emerge as a direct rival, leveraging their financial power and historical connection with the player to try to frustrate Anfield's plans. Should Slot manage to move quickly and secure Guéhi in January, he would not only acquire a top-level reinforcement, but also send a clear signal to the market that the new Liverpool means business. For now, Marc Guéhi's future remains shrouded in mystery, but one thing is certain: the coming months promise to be decisive and full of twists. Between strategic bids, behind-the-scenes decisions, and mounting pressure for results, the outcome of this saga could mark a pivotal moment in the Arne Slot era at Liverpool. And if the Reds manage to win this race, it will not merely be a victory in the transfer market, it will be a show of authority that could set the tone for a new, glorious chapter at Anfield.
Liverpool is experiencing an electrifying period of transformation, and every step Arne Slot has taken since assuming command has been followed with enthusiasm by supporters and analysts alike. After a summer transfer window marked by a true squad revolution, with over £400 million invested, and names such as Alexander Isak and Florian Wirtz arriving at Anfield, the Reds are already reaping the rewards of this new project, winning all 4 Premier League matches and collecting valuable points in the Champions League. Yet, amid so many achievements and thrilling debuts, there remains a tinge of frustration, the absence of Marc Guéhi. And now, Slot has broken his silence to reveal just how much this outcome affected the player and could have completely changed the team's trajectory. In an interview with Sky Sports, Arne Slot spoke candidly about what transpired behind the scenes in the final stretch of the window. The manager revealed that Liverpool had reached a £35 million agreement with Crystal Palace for Guéhi, and the defender had even undergone a medical at Anfield. Everything seemed aligned for him to be unveiled as another pillar of the new Red era. But at the last moment, Palace pulled out, fearing they would not have enough time to find a replacement. It was a real bucket of cold water, not only for Slot and Richard Hughes, who were planning the defence of the future, but especially for the player himself, who had already imagined wearing the Liverpool shirt and competing for trophies in an entirely new environment. Slot, with a rare empathy in the football world, admitted that the episode probably left Guéhi devastated. "For us, it was obviously disappointing not to sign Guéhi," he said. "But for the player, I imagine so too, because he was expecting to come to us. I tried to put myself in his shoes. This happens in football. Sometimes a player wants to move, everything seems set, but in the end it doesn't happen." By saying this, the coach made it clear that behind the figures and negotiations, there are human expectations and personal dreams, which are often shattered by factors beyond the player's control. And it is not hard to understand why Slot was so frustrated. Guéhi is not just another name on the market. He is considered one of the Premier League's most solid defenders, a true wall in Crystal Palace's defensive system. At just 24, he already wears the captain's armband and is a regular in the England squad, which speaks to the confidence he has earned. His game intelligence, strength in duels, and leadership on the pitch have made him a central figure at Palace. And imagining this consistency combined with the pace and talent of the Liverpool's new additions is the kind of thought that excites any supporter. Had he arrived at Anfield in the summer, Guéhi would have competed directly with Ibrahima Konate, creating a healthy rivalry that would elevate the entire defence. Slot knows that internal competition is one of the secrets to keeping a team in constant evolution. And Guéhi was the piece that could have perfectly completed the reconstruction undertaken in the last window. Not surprisingly, the manager hinted that the interest has not ended and that the door remains open for new approaches, whether in January or next summer, when Guéhi could leave on a free transfer if he does not renew with Palace. Meanwhile, it seems that Guéhi himself still carries the weight of the missed move. After seeing the opportunity slip away due to an administrative detail, it is natural that he felt as though a huge leap in his career had been postponed. For Liverpool, the frustration may have been temporary, but for the player, the blow was personal. Slot, who has shown a highly human leadership since his arrival, made it clear that he understands this emotional side of football and that it will not stop him from trying again.
The truth is that this unfinished chapter adds extra tension to Liverpool's current journey. The team is on the rise, Slot is rapidly imprinting his identity, and the new signings are already showing results. Yet the shadow of Guéhi lingers as the missing piece that could have made the defence virtually impenetrable. Should Konate fail to renew his contract and seek pastures new, the pursuit of Guéhi could become a top priority, giving the Reds a fresh chance to correct what narrowly slipped away. For now, Guéhi remains the undisputed leader at Crystal Palace, but history shows that certain destinies seem inevitable. And if Liverpool decide to reopen talks, today's frustration could transform into a masterstroke tomorrow. Until then, Arne Slot will continue guiding the team with his blend of boldness and sensitivity, but never forgetting that one of the most promising chapters of his era may simply be waiting for the right moment to begin. The day Marc Guéhi finally dons the red shirt and completes the revolution that began this summer.